Police say it involved a mother and her 14-year-old daughter.
My mama said I can't get inside, and she took my shoes.
The teenager had been slapped in the face, according to the police report. During the 911 call, another woman described what else happened to the girl.
Yeah, she took her shoes and was beating on her.
Officers later determined the mother had been disciplining her child.
Does anyone need an ambulance?
No, not really.
Police say no one was hurt, no charges were filed, and the case was closed. But tonight it's opening the door to new questions.
Get the over here!
The debate over corporal punishment captured national attention in 2015. This Baltimore mom caught on camera smacking her 16-year-old son for participating in riots.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB the Flag. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got what does it mean to discipline your kid? But before we get into that, man, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, a comment, and subscribe. Whooping your kid is considered abuse. What's the why would it be considered abuse? What would it be the purpose for considering abuse when a parent is trying to discipline the kid because their kid needs to be corrected? We all see these school shooters. We all see these kids who are just into so much shit. What were they getting but how were they getting disciplined? How were they getting disciplined for what they did? What were the consequences? Getting their phone taken away? Getting their video game taken away? Getting yelled at? That doesn't work. An ass whooping works. But not only an ass whooping works, having both parents in the household and two of those parents are on the same page. The woman allowing the father to whoop the child. In the Bible, it tells you not to spare the rod. We got the government telling us if you whoop your kid, that's jail time. You got no choice but to spare the rod. So, man, let's jump into this video.
An all-new Defenders investigation. Are parents crossing the line even in their own homes? Tonight, our team attained a 911 call that's raising questions about how moms and dads discipline their children. CMPD says a 14-year-old girl called for help after her mother slapped her, but officers determined it was a form of discipline and no charges were filed. So when is physical punishment taken too far?
Now, we've gotten to the point where kids can literally call cops or call the child protective services on their parents for literally putting their hands on them because the kid deserved it. The kid deserved it. And that's where we've gotten today. Like, kids can literally just call the cops on you now. Kids can literally call the cops on you. Kids couldn't do that back in 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Kids can do that. They had no choice but to listen to their parents. And if you look, a lot of those kids, a lot of those parents have certain morals and codes that they live by. Now, you look at today, parents don't have any. You look at some of these new age parents. I'm talking about 20-year-olds, late 20-year-olds, early 30s, late 30s. You look at those women right there. Their morals of being a parent is trash. These women don't even know how to be parents. I'm not even gonna lie to you. These women don't know how to raise kids, period, at all. Kids grow up to be bad as shit. I'm talking about bad as hell. Bad as hell. Can't do that, man. It's affecting kids today, man. Kids today do not have any guidance. Kids are raising kids. Kids my age, I'm a man, but kids my age are raising kids because they don't even know how to be adults themselves. They never fully matured themselves.
Defender Alex Shabad talked to experts and shows us what he's learning tonight.
Well, some of you may be saying, I was spanked as a child and I turned out okay, but experts say the damage isn't always obvious and hitting could just escalate the situation. It came in as a domestic call 2 days before Valentine's Day.
Charlotte 911, needing police, paramedic.
But this was not violence between romantic partners. Police say it involved a mother and her 14-year-old daughter.
My mama said I can't get inside, and she took my shoes.
The teenager had been slapped in the face, according to the police report. During the 911...
Sound like a black woman. Sound like a little black girl. I look like a black girl. Now you know damn well you shouldn't be doing no shit like that. You know damn well you shouldn't be doing no shit like that. And once again, if a kid is able to call cops on you, I'ma just keep it hot with you, bro. I'ma just keep it hot with you. That just says a lot about you. That says a lot about you as a parent. That says a lot about you as a parent. Your kid don't even respect you, which means you've been trying to be friends with your kid. You created a relationship where she thought, hey, like, nigga, shit, this is my friend, not my mother, not my elder, but this is my friend. So I can talk and act however the fuck I want to act. And she put her hands on me, shit, we gonna duke it out. How do you let it get that bad? How do you let your kid disrespect you that much? Once again, as I stated, if a kid see a weakness in you, they're gonna exploit that. They're gonna exploit that. So y'all need to cut this shit out where, oh, well, you don't need to be whooping them. You just need to goddamn get simple talking to them. That's not gonna be good enough.
One call, another woman described what else happened to the girl.
Yeah, she took her shoes and was beating on her.
Officers later determined the mother had been disciplining her child.
Does anyone need an ambulance?
No, not really.
Police say no one was hurt, no charges were filed, and the case was closed. But tonight it's opening the door to new questions.
Get the over here!
The debate over corporal punishment captured national attention in 2015. This Baltimore mom caught on camera smacking her 16-year-old son for participating in riots. On social media, some said she should be arrested for assault, others saying she should get Mother of the Year. You've probably heard people saying this.
She should get Mother of the Year. Because if cops pull up, we are all black men. Black men, we know this. Let's go ahead and go take the trip down there. Yup. Let's go ahead and take that trip. You a black man in the street. You starting riots. You get shot by the cop. The cop telling you to go home. No, hell no, I don't want to go home. It's going to be like Queen and Slim, where that damn kid was up in that damn cop's face doing some ignorant shit. Then the kid dies because he killed the cop or did whatever the hell to the cop. Kids don't need to be in that situation. People are going to sit up here and say, oh, you a coon. Oh, you don't need to be saying that shit. Nah, let them out. Hey, man, we need more people like him to be out there. Man, please, cut that shit out. Cops get involved. We know how ignorant most kids are. They're going to try to start. You got a crowd. Kids get around a crowd. Hey, dude, ain't no stopping them. And then you have a bunch of hype men. Hell yeah. Get in the cop's face. Man, nah, fuck that, we taking over, blah, blah, blah. Kids gonna come up here, hell yeah, right, boom. You having a bunch of hype men. Not gonna get you anywhere. Kid dies, then it's a whole nother protest, and we're just starting to cycle all over again. The mom knew what she was doing. But we had people saying she need to get arrested. That's child abuse. No, that's a mother saying, you know what, man, I need to put a cap on this. I can lose my son I can lose my son out here on these streets. Because he want to sit on here and be in these riots and stuff. Hey, man, look, you can support from the comfort of your home, man.
Before.
I was spanked as a child, and I turned out okay.
But child psychologist Dr. Lisa Pennington says the benefits of physical discipline don't outweigh the long-term consequences. In fact, she tells us corporal punishment is tied to domestic abuse relationships later on, with girls who become the victims as women, repeating the pattern in adulthood.
Like, it's okay. This is what I deserve. This is what happens when I don't do what I'm supposed to do. Whereas boys, as they grow up and become men, they're more likely to be the aggressor.
But corporal punishment remains a common practice. In fact, 65 to 80% of U.S. parents spank, according to the U.S. Alliance to End the Hitting of Children, and 30% spank children under the age of 1. We asked criminal defense attorney Brandon Roseman when a parent's action goes from corporal punishment.
I don't think that would be prudent to spank a child that's under a year old. I say by the time, for me, I believe by the time your child gets maybe 3 or 4, where they are able to start comprehending, where you can tell them, hey, you can't do that. And they're fully aware, no, they can't do that, but they still do it anyway. By the time they start doing that, I feel like that's when you could start whooping them. They are coherent. They can comprehend what you're saying. So to do it under 1 year of age, I would say yes, that would be abuse. I would say yes, that's abuse. Yes, that's abuse. You have to give them a time. I would say at least 3 years. Teach them. They're gonna fuck up, but teach them. But once they get to the point where they're able to start hearing what you're saying, understanding what you're saying, work with them for a little bit, and then start taking an approach of whooping them. But you got to be on them early, though. You got to be on them early. If you wait too long, they're gonna rebel. They're gonna rebel. They're gonna rebel. And these kids, you gotta look at the society today. You're talking about 2022. You have kids in elementary school with cell phones and shit. Elementary, kindergarten, first grade, second grade with cell phones, and their parents not even taking care of them like they supposed to, disciplining them like they're supposed to. So they can easily go up here, go to school. Your son come on, you get done whooping your son. He go to school. Man, I just got whooped. Oh shit, hell no, my mom ain't whooping me. Nah, my mom ain't whooping me. My mama put my hand. Hey, my mama put her hands on me. She already know what time it is. I'm calling CPS. Hey, look, see the time? I already got him on speed dial. My mama know what's up. Rebecca put her hands on me. I'm calling the fucking cops on her ass.
To child abuse.
If the corporal punishment is over a long duration or with an excessive force that causes a lasting injury, then that's going to be crossing the line.
Roseman says the courts also consider the age of the child and whether the parent used an object like a shoe or a belt, which could increase the chances of being criminally charged.
Do you think North Carolina is behind the times?
Oh, certainly. Certainly behind the times.
North Carolina is among 19 states to allow corporal punishment in schools.
I mean, that's something new for me. I didn't know North Carolina allowed that, and I live in North Carolina, and I did not know that. I did not know that. But for you people who believe in the Bible and everything, when you look at in Deuteronomy, it tells you for your judges, I'm guessing when they are punishing people, I guess, who steal, these people who are guilty of a crime, you can't go over 40 slashes. You can't whoop them over 40 times. So when it comes down to your kid, you couldn't. Once you start going over that, once you start going over 40 slashes, if you're talking about biblically, if you're only talking about biblically, you're going overboard. You're doing too much. So of course you're not going to do that with a kid. You're not going to do that with the kid. You're not going to do that with the kid. So I think, for me personally, if you're going to whoop your kid, 10, 12 little whoopings and call it a day. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to leave welts on your body. And like I said, if y'all seen, I don't know if I'm going to drop this. I got another video just like this. I don't know if I'm going to drop this before or after. But they said the law was if a mark is left on that kid, that will be investigated. So all those times you got whooped, all them times you got beat with a belt, it left marks. It left welts. We all remember them goddamn welts, especially if you got beat with your clothes off. Especially if you got beat with a switch too. Especially if you got beat with a switch, you were left with welts. That would be investigated. That would be considered abuse. But like I said, the same people who say this is abuse were the same people who said it was okay to beat a slave because he ain't want to pick no cotton. Because she ain't want to pick no cotton.
According to a study by the University of Texas at Austin, State Representative Nassif Majid proposed a bill to make it illegal, but it stalled in the Senate last year.
It makes a statement, and the statement says that the law does not condone that type of activity.
Dr. Pennington says there are better ways for parents to discipline their children, too.
It's taking a car away, taking the keys away, taking the phone away.
She says that'll let children know who's in charge.
And the girl don't have nowhere to go.
Without striking them.
When I tell you, take the car away, take the keys away, that does not work. That does not work. A lot of people feel like whooping your kid instills fear into them. They're gonna fear you. It's not. If you are a good parent, if you are a freaking good parent, if you are being the parent that you're supposed to be, you're being the father that you're supposed to be, you're being the mother that you're supposed to be, you are able to discipline that kid. He knows what's discipline and he knows what's abuse. A kid's gonna know that. But like I said, right now, a kid, a kid might get whooped. He's going to hate you because he didn't want to get whooped. Of course it hurts, but he's not gonna say it's abuse. He knows he's wrong. You say, hey, Timmy, I told you not to do that. You just did it again. Come here. Now I gotta whoop you. A kid's gonna know that what he did was wrong, but he's still gonna look at it like, man, damn, I still ain't want to get my ass whooped. You correct him, you avoid all of that. But you got a lot of parents But you got some parents who may just sit up here and just beat them just because, whatever. And that's where your kids kind of start getting confused. But like I said, y'all don't whip these damn kids. They're gonna look at you different. That's all I'm gonna say. They're gonna look at you different. They're going to give you that disrespect.
Dr. Pennington also says using corporal punishment on a child under 4 years old does not serve a purpose because at that age they can't understand why they're being hit. Alex Shabbat, WCNC Charlotte.
If you have a story you want the Defenders to look into, email them at defenders@WCNC.
Taking car keys, taking toys, taking electronics, that is not going to do anything. That's not going to do absolutely nothing. Sadly, but truly, you're going to have to inflict some fucking pain. Sadly, but truly, you're going to have to inflict some pain. You're going to have to take the belt and whoop him. My brother got whooped with a switch. That shit, hey, look, I'm not going to lie to you. That shit scarred the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit scarred the shit out of me because he got whooped that one time. And my dad, I'm talking about, he was telling my dad, look, he's saying, look, do not mess with my stuff. Mind you, this is early 2000s. He did all his stuff on the work. He told him not to mess with his stuff. All of his work. We not rich. We don't got all the damn money in the world. So the money that my dad bringing in, the money that my mom bringing in is keeping us afloat. You mess up the damn work, he's not gonna be able to bring no money in. Kids can't eat. Dad tell him, stop getting on my computer and messing stuff up. He do it anyway. Mess something up, messes him up with his work. Pops get mad. So, I'm coming downstairs. I'm over here like, man, I see Dad coming in. I'm looking at him like, oh, shoot. But I'm looking at him. I'm like, it look like he kind of mad. Mind you, I'm about 2-3 years of age. I'm looking at him like, damn, he kind of mad. So, see him, get his ass whooped. I'm talking about got his ass whooped with a switch. And I said, damn, man. Like, that shit scarred me, bro. But I bet you he ain't touch that shit again. It's all about discipline, dude. Like I said, back then, people got it worse. We got it worse. A lot of us kids got it worse. Depending on a lot of kids now who had their parents, who parents whooped them back then. You look at them today, they're doing good. At the end of the day, results show. Two parents in the household, both of them on the same page, one of them whooping or whatever. The kid is good when he grows up. One parent, no father figure, no male guidance, the kid fucked up. No matter how many times the damn mama can whoop the damn kid. If you don't have no male guidance, she has no male guidance, it's over. It is over. But man, do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, comment, subscribe.